What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Just the Ramblings podcast. I am your host, Stefan, and this is episode 6. So, as you guys know from episode 5, I started talking about me and my sneakers and my sneaker journey and everything like that. On a side note, if you hear like hammering or anything in the background, just ignore it because, I'm getting some work done in my house. But, welcome back. This is episode 6. This is part 2 of me and my sneaker journey. So, we're going to talk more about sneakers. And, before I actually get into the meat and potatoes of each episode, I like just talking really quick about any, like, news or anything that happened so far. This is probably old news by now, but they did capture the guy who shot Nipsey Hussle. So, and I don't know if he's been charged yet. But there goes the saw. I have no idea if you can hear it yet. But, I don't know if he got charged yet for the murder. But, yeah, that's a thing. And then it's a real good thing that not just community, but just everywhere across America and even beyond. And it's not just led by celebrities, but the people, they're trying to go against black-on-black violence. Like, we already have cops who are shooting innocent black people. We don't need more black people killing other black people. So everybody's really banding together on this because Nipsey Hussle, even though he was a gangster, I mean, he started off as a gangster, became an outstanding citizen and a pretty good guy who gave back to his community. So good on them, and good on the culture for moving forward. But this is a rambling show. Don't really talk much about politics or like stuff like that often. Maybe you can do an episode on that or something in the future. Who knows? But yeah, back to talking about sneakers. I got 2 more shoes. I started my job. I actually started working for Adidas at the retail store. I'm actually at an outlet. So, started from the bottom and then working my way up right now. So, one of the perks of working there, you get a free pair of shoes. And so I had to choose on my first day, so I did get 1 free pair of shoes, just because, that's part of the procedure. Even though they know how many shoes I have, still it's like policy, like you gotta pick a shoe just to make sure we know that you're coming to the store wearing Adidas. But I did get the ZX4000, the carbon colorway that came out this weekend. I usually don't win raffles, but, I just put it in. I was just like, maybe. So I entered for SNS, and then I actually did the online raffle because I didn't feel like driving into New York and, paying the toll just to go get a pair of sneakers, and then paying tax on top of that too. Because in Jersey, you don't pay tax on clothes or shoes, which is awesome. But, and I actually won, which is crazy, and they just shipped yesterday, so, now I have 118 unique pairs of shoes. But yeah, I wore the pair I got from Adidas, my store, already, and they're super comfortable. I can't remember. They're I believe they're called Chaos, which is a very weird name because they look like dad shoes. But they do have cloud foam on them, and they're actually very, very comfortable. And they came with 2 laces, a white and a pink lace. And I actually put the pink laces in just to make the shoe a little bit more, give it a little pizzazz, make it pop a little bit more. But yeah, I haven't tried on the pair of 4D shoes, the ZX4000s. And originally, I'm not going to lie, I was planning on reselling them, just because, I just got a job now, so I'm still hustling a little bit and, getting money. But, I decided, it's not reselling for that much, and this is like this is the 3rd pair of shoes that came in my size, which is size 13, that are 4D. Like the original 4D runners didn't come in a size 13. When they originally made like the 1 3D pair of shoes in black, of course I entered the raffle for that, didn't win. And those like aren't comfortable. Nobody said they were comfortable. And then the original pair that came out in a size 13 was the Alpha Edge, I believe it is. And then that one, it was an all-white shoe, and I didn't really need another all-white shoe. Plus, it wasn't my favorite silhouette. Like I love the Alpha Bounce silhouette, but the Alpha Edge, it's the same type of silhouette, but like I wasn't really into it. So yeah, and then the original ZX 4000 came out. I didn't win the raffle for that. It was a super colorful shoe too. Whereas the carbon one, it's a black shoe. But yeah, like I decided, you know what, I'm gonna keep these. It's my first 40 pair of shoes. I gotta have one of those in the collection. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna wear them tomorrow. I heard you have to like break them in to feel more comfortable that way. So probably wear them tomorrow and break them in. But yeah. And then on other news, it's technically an older shoe. Well, not really a shoe. It's a boot. But the Yeezy Desert boot in the rock colorway is coming out this weekend on Adidas, which is surprising. They were originally just like on Yeezy Supply, and a couple of other places, like I think Barney's had it, and just high-end stores, because they came directly from Yeezy Supply. They weren't part of Adidas's line. But yeah, the Desert Boot in the rock colorway and the Desert Boot in the oil colorway are coming out. The production went over to Adidas, so it actually has this 3 stripes branding on the bottom of both shoes. But the rock colorway is coming out this weekend, April 13th, and then the Desert Boot is coming out next weekend, April 20th. So a lot of people are hating on it, or just like, why do we really have a boot coming out when right now it's spring and it's about to be summer? I mean, come on, it's April 10th right now. But I'm not hating on it. I mean, Adidas and Yeezy are gonna release whatever whenever they feel like releasing it, to be honest. And this is not really, since it's not a new shoe, they really brought the price down. I believe when it originally came out, it was around, I want to say 350, because it was 100% just a high-end shoe. And then now they're $200, which isn't bad. But again, like, why are they coming out now? It's just kind of weird. But yeah, I'm not sure if they even have a size 13 coming out of these, because they didn't before. The biggest size, again, because it was a designer shoe, was a 46, and that's a 12 in European sizes. And everybody was saying how they fit really tight. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a pair of those. I told myself I'm not going to buy another pair of shoes for a while now, because my shoe budget is shot now. Yeah, there is a pair of Ultra Boost 19s that I do want later on in the month. But we'll see. Let me get paid first, and then I can pay my bills and then put more money towards shoes. And for my room, I literally have no more space in my room for shoes, so I'm probably gonna go to Home Depot, get a shelf, and put a shelf in my mom's place and have a couple of shoes there, because I need some stuff. I might keep a lot of my like work shoes over there too, but maybe we'll see. Nothing set in stone yet on that plan, but it's just an idea. But yeah. Oh, and I didn't put this in the little itinerary, but there are 2 leaks from Yeezy Mafia on black Yeezy shoes. So we're gonna get a 700 V2 in a Vanta colorway. Don't quote me on this, but I believe it's Latin. So I didn't put it in an itinerary, so I didn't really look it up what it meant. But yeah, we're going to get the 700 V2 in black finally. And this one's it's an all black shoe. And the 2 little hits on the back, they're going to be 3M, but they're like a whitish. So there's the only other like pop of color. And there's going to be more like suede patches on this shoe rather than like knit or just like leather. And then the other one is a 300 V2 in black as well. It's going to be the static pattern. It's the static shoe, just in all black. And a little blast of the past for the pull tab on the back. It's going to have the red line going through like the Pirate Blacks, or like any of the original. Oh, Pirate Blacks, yeah. Because Pirate Blacks and Turtle Doves had that red line going through. And somebody is speeding by on a motorcycle, so I have no idea if you heard that as well. But yeah, that red line going through the heel tab, or heel pull tab, heel pull, pull tab. There you go. Pull tab in the back for that. So we don't know when those two shoes are coming out. They're just kind of leaks from Yeezy Mafia now. And seeing how the analog shoes coming out the 27th, I believe. Let's see, where's my calendar? Yeah, the 27th is the weekend after the next. So, I mean, we have 2 Yeezy boots coming out back-to-back Saturdays, and then we're going to have the analogs come out after that. So, looking forward to a May release for that. So, I definitely want to save up for those 2 pairs because I still need to get the Statics. I really, really want those pairs. And I have my triple white pairs that I need to wear more often, and I do want the Statics, which is crazy. But it'd be awesome to have the pair of the black and white Statics. And yeah, the Static Reflectives, I don't know about. And then they have a pair of black Static Reflectives floating around with no official announcement if that's going to be the real deal. They did have that come out when the original white Statics came out. So maybe they might do a shock drop or something like that when the black version comes out. Who knows? I don't know. Yeezy Mafia didn't leak anything yet. But, oh yeah, and then one more thing. Yeezy Mafia actually got called out for it. But, you know, everybody, we're human. We make mistakes. So the green glow-in-the-dark pair. I know Kim Kardashian, she showed the kids version because it might be a kids-only shoe. And then some Chinese manufacturer made a adult version and even put like, oh, pardon me. But yeah, they put a fake StockX tag on there. And I mean, the sole did glow in the dark. It looks dope. I'm not a huge color person, like just a neon color shoe. I mean, I do have the McChickens, the semi-frozen yellows. So maybe a glow-in-the-dark shoe would be totally awesome. And then, yeah, it'd just be like a fun little thing to have, a little gimmick. But, yeah, Yeezy Mafia leaked those. They took out the comments for that video, but, I mean, the shoe's probably going to look something similar to that. The fakes are insanely close to real nowadays. And even if they're not when they first come out, you wait a couple months and then they honestly, like, perfect it, which is very weird and scary at the same time. So that's why you always send your stuff to like StockX or GOAT in order to get it legit checked. But yeah, now moving on to the actual episode 6, even though I'm like 12 minutes into it already. And this episode, yeah, episode 6, yeah, there you go. I was messing up before and then I deleted some like stuff so it'd make me easy. So it'd be easier for me to edit later on. But yeah, I'm gonna keep this part in because it's not that bad. I'm only human. I ramble and I mess up sometimes. But yeah, me and my sneakers part 2. I'm gonna continue on with the YouTuber influence and how just YouTube in general. Yeah, that was hammering. But how YouTube in general helped make me into like a hypebeast, and then really like got me into the culture. This episode is really not much about just like the sneaker itself. It's going to be like the culture behind it because there is an immense culture behind shoes nowadays and sneakers nowadays in particular. Whereas before, sneakers were just like a thing that you would get to go to the gym in or to go for walks and run and everything like that. They did have collectors here and there, but like you were part of a small community at that point. And then now, literally in pop culture, like people know what a Yeezy is when they've never even listened to a Kanye song before. Like that's how influential sneaker culture is at the moment. So yeah, YouTube, it really influenced me. I started watching, I think it was Kais Omar first. Like on and off, I would watch his stuff and just be like, oh, sneakers, cool. But then it was really, oh, it's Teddy, because I wear size 13 and he wears size 13. And I was trying to get my first pair of Ultra Boost, and I really wanted to know, like, what size I should get for that, because they were selling out in stores, or they just didn't carry a 13. And, yeah, my first pair of Ultra Boosts were the triple white Ultra Boost 2.0s, and they're actually a size 12.5, because I got from Oh It's Teddy, if you get a 12.5 and you take out the insole, then it fits perfectly fine. So that was my first pair of Ultra Boost. And oh my gosh, it changed the world for me. I was used to just regular EVA foam shoes. I had a couple pair of Superstars, and you guys know from last episode the shoes I had there. Like the Veris Mids were the most comfortable shoe I had. Those pair of Tubular X's. I believe they're called Tubular X's, but they were tubular high top shoes, which weren't comfortable like at all. I even changed and put a new insole in there, and they're still not comfortable. But that really started the chain of me buying shoes. I honestly can't tell you what the next shoe I bought after that was. Just most of my collection of Ultra Boosts are 3.0s, and then I have a lot of uncaged Ultra Boost because I love that model. It's weird, I actually have more caged Ultra Boost than uncaged, even though I love the uncaged model. I do have the Day 1 Ultra Boost, which isn't the first Ultra Boost that came out, weird enough. It's just, it wasn't even a consortium collab, it was just kind of like Adidas' in-house consortium team, I guess you can call them. But eventually I did get the re-release of like the 1.0 creams and the original 1.0 with the purple heel. I still am looking for the Energy Boost, either the original or the 4-year anniversary of them in a size 13, which they do have at my store. They just don't have a size 13, which is very, very saddening. Like I want the first Boost shoe that Adidas made, just to have it like in my collection, like archive it, even though of course I would wear it. But then after that, I got a couple of NMD R2s. I legit only have one traditional classic pair of NMDs, not the Prime Knit versions. I legit have just one blue NMD. I was gonna get the red one, and then I ran out of room at the time. Then before I made more room for more shoes, but the others, I have the NMD CS1. I have a couple of CS2s. I have the Prime Knit. They call it the multicolor. I call it the multicolor Digi Camo. But the multicolor NMD-R1, the first NMD I actually got, I think it's called the NMD Luxe. It's like the NMD upper with a trail outsole, and that was the first NMD that I tried that was actually comfortable. I tried the XR1s. I hated them because they felt really flat, and I'm like halfway flat-footed because I need arch support. And basically all my NMDs too, I put insoles on there from the Parlay shoes, which max out a size 12.5. But yeah, that was the first NMD I got, and then I got a couple more and everything like that. But yeah, YouTube influence behind that. Some shoes I do have, I got hyped on, but just watching YouTube and watching all these people collecting shoes and just literally collecting shoes every day or every week, and get 10 pairs of shoes and review them and stuff. And of course me, I'm just I'm getting into sneakers, I need this is cool, this is awesome, and so I had to get them. But the biggest influence, well, I don't want to say the biggest influence, but the biggest marker at that time was Easy Line. That was when the original 350s and 750s were coming out. Everybody and their mother was trying to get a pair. It was nigh impossible to get a pair of those. And in my opinion, it's not the best Boost shoe. The best shoe with Boost in it is an Ultra Boost, to be honest. And the most comfortable, it's between the Ultra Boost and the EQT 9117. Yeah, 9117. No, it was the EQT 9317. I misspoke. I don't have the 9118s, which I do want to try to see, because people said that shoe was comfortable as well. But yeah, the Yeezy 350 V2 is a comfortable shoe. They don't make a 13.5, so I have to get a size 13 when I get pairs. And they do take a little bit of breaking in. The only pair that probably didn't need breaking in was the Sesame pair. And that was an easy cop. I won a raffle at Packers, and I was second in line. I guess nobody really nobody really like fought for that shoe, even though it's one of the cleanest colorways. And I'm pretty sure it came around like It came out around Thanksgiving time, so like people were with their families and stuff and traveling and everything. So that raffle was pretty easy. But is it the best Boost shoe? Is it like my favorite shoe? No. I talked in the last episode about my favorite shoe, but again, it's the Uncage Ultra Boost, classic black colorway, even though it's mostly gray. But second favorite would be the NMD R2. I have a pair of Wings and Horns collab. I have both. The original like tannish colorway, and then the black and gray gradient. Black and gray gradient, I got a size 13. I feel like it's a little bit like it fits completely differently, but the original tan colorway is insanely comfortable. It's the most unique NMD R2 that I know, and it's just insanely comfortable. Like, it's super breathable. The leather as an insole is insanely comfortable. And of course, I wear socks. I hate not wearing socks with sneakers. It's just ugh. But yeah, with socks, it's insanely comfortable. Your foot just, it's like lying in bed after a long day when you just put on the shoe, and that's just putting it on. So I love that shoe. That was the first one I actually got a second pair of. And then sneaker influence on my clothing. I guess we can save that for another episode because I'm already 20 minutes into this episode. And yeah, I want us to keep these episodes like 20-ish minutes, or 15 to 20 minutes long. So to end this episode off, Easy Hype, yeah, it did play a lot into my sneaker choice, and I kind of fell into the hype at certain times, like especially with the semi-frozen yellows. Like, it was a color I would never wear, and I was like, oh, this is crazy. And then I got them. The Zebras, when they originally came out, I thought it was another shoe that was way too loud. And then I got those as well. And then, and definitely the 700s, the original Wave Runners. Those shoes, I remember when they got leaks of pictures of those, I said it was the most hideous shoe, like, ever. I don't know who would wear it. But then, this is going to play into the next episode, which I'm going to record after this, because I need to actually go do homework. And then I'm recording this as well. Got to give you guys your episodes. But when the OG Wave Runner was leaked, I thought it was the most hideous shoe ever. And then when it came out, like the pre-order set, of course they didn't have a size 13, so I didn't even buy it. And it was $300. Well, it is $300 still. And I wasn't going to get the shoe for 3 months, so I said no, I'm not going to try and like flip it or anything like that. Then when it came out, people started wearing it. I saw them in outfits with it, and I heard how comfortable it was. I was just like, oh, okay, this shoe's actually dope now. And so eventually, after trying really, really hard, because it released 3 times, so I got a pair on the 3rd restock. 2nd restock, I was able to get a base size. I got like a size 4 or 5. And then I sold those in to get the Pharrell Holy Pack. I got the multicolor one. Not the pink one, but the OG multicolor with the pink bottom. Because I believe the pink one has a black bottom as well. So I gave him the base size, and that gave me an extra $80 to go buy the Pharrell pack, which I really, really wanted. And that was my first Pharrell shoe. Actually, no, that was my second Pharrell shoe. Correction. But yeah, I'm going to cut this episode here. Next episode, we're going to talk about how sneaker culture influenced my clothing and just my like general casual style. And yeah, talk about that. That's going to be the whole episode because I know this is going to take another 20 minutes. So yeah, thanks for listening. Hope you have a good day. It is 4 o'clock right now, so have a good afternoon. Have a good morning, good night, afternoon, whatever you're doing. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.